Intense music indeed. Welcome to Zaklab's Creative Corner. Today we're going to be going over materials. So if you're a beginner and you don't know exactly what kind of materials that you want to use, then that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go over a handful. We're going to go over it fast. I list all this stuff on my Discord channel for Zaklabs, and you can go and check it out on the Discord channel if you'd like to, and just see what kind of materials is. Because a lot of times you're starting to build and you're like, well, I've used cardboard and paper mache before. I don't really know where to go from here. Where do I go? So the first thing that you're going to want, the first thing I'm going to cover is EVA foam. EVA foam is a standard building material for many builders, cosplayers, designers, crafters, costume designers. It comes in a whole variety of different thicknesses and densities. So you can start off with floor mats. Floor mats are a great way to start off. You can get them at places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight. I usually get mine at Harbor Freight. You can get them fairly inexpensively there. But they're a great way to start. They're almost usually about not quite half an inch thick. I want to say about 10 millimeters thick, but they're really great way to start off. They come in like, I think 19 by 19 inch squares, and they're a great EVA foam way to start with. Another type of foam is the floor mats. They have texture on one side and smooth on the other. Sometimes the texture can be really cool. You can do really cool armor things with it, but sometimes you just want a piece of foam that has smooth on both sides, and that's where it comes in with the more traditional professional type of foam that cosplayers and builders use, because it comes smooth on both sides. And again, there's a variety of places out there that you can buy it from, anywhere from online stuff like Blick Store. You can get the HD foam. You can get some from TNT Cosplay, Foam Mart. You can buy it in brick and mortar stores like Joann Fabrics. And it comes in a variety of thicknesses. It's usually around what I'm going to call a Y40. And I know it doesn't really mean anything, but that's usually this firmness. And it goes softer or goes harder, but something right in the middle. L200 or L400 are also some designations you may see out there, but a lot of stuff is like a Y40, Y38. That's a really nice firmness and a variety of thicknesses. So you may want to build something like armor. You're going to want something fairly substantial for your base, but as you go in details, you can go much thinner foam than that. You don't have to stay with the same thickness. Different designs will take different thicknesses and stuff on that. So EVA foam is an amazing tool. That's where you can build. It adheres really good using a variety of things like I use barge contact cement. You can use super glue. You can use hot glue. I wouldn't recommend using hot glue, but I have seen it done. But usually a contact cement like a barge, a DAP weldwood contact cement can also be used, or in some cases super glue for some parts as well. There's also a different kind of foam. This is a semi-translucent type foam. At Zaklabs we sell it. We call it glow foam. You can also get it in a variety of other things. It's a little more expensive, but it's actually translucent. You can put lights behind it and actually see, and you can't see through it, but the light will shine through it. So for making glowy weapons and everything like that, this is really cool stuff you can get out there as well. Besides foam, what can you build? If you're building a bulk weapon, if you're building a bulk prop, if you want something really big, XPS foam is usually the way to go. XPS foam is an insulation foam that you can pick up at hardware stores, lumber stores, places where they do home construction stuff, and it comes in a variety of thicknesses, anywhere from, I think it starts out like 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2 inch. This is a 2 inch, or no, this is a 1.5 inch thickness right here. It's super lightweight. You have to glue it using different types of glue. You can't use solvent-based glues. You have to use water-based glues. So glues that will work well are like just a regular white household glue. Some Gorilla glues work really well on this stuff. You can get liquid nails to put it together. And this is a great way. You put big bulk it up, and then you can carve it down into the various shapes that you want to make it out of. So that's a real handy type of material. There are some thermoplastics that you may want to use for doing things you heat up. A thermoplastic means that you can heat it, bend it, and it'll retain the shape. So a very, very common one that a lot of people use, and it comes in either it'll come in white or black, or I actually think you can get a variety of colors, but it comes under the brand name of Sintra. And it is an expanded foam type of material. It's hard, it's rigid, you can heat it up, you can bend it, it retains the shape afterwards, it's easy to cut, and it's a great all-around material for making hard type like props or armors or things like that. My preference is using another type of material called styrene. And again, styrene comes in a whole variety of thicknesses. This is a 32nd inch, it's really flexible, but you can heat this stuff up and make it in different shapes. The Sintra is a polychloride type of material, so when heating it and using it on a laser, it produces chlorine gas, which can be noxious and harm you. The styrene does not. This is why I prefer styrene, because we can throw it in our laser cutter and it works really, really well. Same thing, you heat it, form it, and it retains its shape. You can heat it again and unform it, and works really, really cool. Another type of material, and this is used by the military and law enforcement, it's a material called Kydex. And this particular material has texture on one side, smooth on the other. It is really, really, really tough. They make holsters out of this stuff and gun casings and a lot of type materials out of Kydex. If you need something that's going to have a lot of abuse to it, Kydex is the way to go. Again, it's a thermal material. You heat it up, shape it into the shape you want to, and it'll retain that shape. For non-thermal type stuff, of course, there is always wood. We use a lot of craft wood around here, and it is really a fun material to use. We can laser cut it. You can cut it with a knife, saw, bandsaw. You can use a lot of different stuff on it. Wood glues work great on this. So never underestimate the power of wood. Wood is always a great material to be able to use. This, I don't know what this is called. This is like a plastic, cheers. Oh, DM Friend is now following. Thanks for the follow there. So this is like a plastic cardboard. You can see it's corrugated. It's got little holes in it. I actually don't know what it's called. Corrugated plastic. But this stuff is really cool. It's flexible, bendable. You can make large crops out of it. It's not a thermoplastic, though. It usually remains stiff and flat, but it's super cheap. Super cheap. Moving on from there, of course, leather is always a really good option if you want to get into a little higher experience level. Take some learning and knowing how to work with it, but it's definitely authentic. And I make more and more things out of leather just because it's so durable. Leathers last forever. And we make a lot of props and clothing materials and accessories and whatnot that are going to be made out of leather. But it is a little bit higher level of experience of knowing how to work with it and exactly what to do with it. But if you want to take the time to learn, leather can be an amazing thing to work with. Anyways, those are just a few of the materials that we use around here at Zaklab to build our stuff. And I'll put it on my Discord channel. And we'd love to see you on our Twitch stream. You can find us at twitch.tv/Zaklabs. You can also find this on YouTube. And YouTube, that will be posted on there. So anyways, thanks for stopping by today. We're going to continue on with the stream. Hope you guys have a great day. And we're back. We're back. So we're just doing those little segments because I'm going to take them out and we're going to actually save them and put them on YouTube channel as well, so people can just go and watch those. So it'll be a little 10-minute section that we're going to talk about different things. So today was all about materials. So I talked about thermal materials. So I'm going to show you guys a really cool new little tool. It's not new. I've had it for a while, but I'm going to show you guys this cool little thermal little vacuum form machine. So I have these gloves, and I admit that I bought these gloves. I did not make these gloves. I am not a glove manufacturer, but they fit pretty nicely. But in the on the character, the gloves have little protectors on them. And so I'm going to show you how this cool little tool that I got, a little mini vacuum former. We're going to vacuum form some little coverings that'll go on the tops of these, which is going to be kind of fun here. So let me grab this here really quickly and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the entire vacuum form machine here. It is really tiny. It only does up to 5 inches. That's how big it is right there. And it's pretty cool how it works here. Maybe you get a better view on the side camera here. So there it is. It's got a mechanism that will lift it up, because this is where the heating element is up on top. There we go. So the heating element is up on top. So I've got these little squares here of styrene plastic, and the styrene plastic is going to go fit in here. In this little tray here is where I put the little pieces. They're called bucks. And for what I'm doing here is I have little pieces of foam, because I didn't want anything too solid. And I've got 5 different shapes here. I got one for my little finger. Should have one for the middle, one for the thumb. So I'm going to try spacing these guys out here so that they all get their own little space. And hopefully with the foam, what it's going to happen is that with this, it won't, it's not going to be solid. It'll just be a little bit of bump on it. So that's what we're going to try here. We're going to see what happens. So I'm going to open up and I'm going to put a piece of black styrene plastic in here. That's going to go in there. Lock this guy down. And then I'm going to plug this guy in here and get the heater going. And then once the heater gets going, then we'll just make it's super fast. It's super fast. It's so cool. This is just a fun little guy. You can get these guys. I bought it on Amazon, and it costs like $125. I mean, it's not like free, but you won't get